Hello my darling Leos, and welcome back to our channel. We are back given the current situation worldwide it has freed up some time for us. And now we're gonna restart doing our normal videos. So this video is gonna be posted a little bit late. This video applies to all Leos, Sun, Moon, rising sign from the 21st of March up until the 19th of April. But given the fact that time is a bit fluid when it comes to tarot, give a bit of wiggle room. So the situation that we will describe now could be in your past, or you're currently in it, or it will come to be. So, my darling Leos, I have pre-shuffled your cards. I hope to do this on camera one day, but at the moment I really need to concentrate. It takes a lot of energy for now, and it usually distracts me to have to handle the camera and other aspects. So, we have a lot of cards for Aries season 2020. We have 7 cards here laid in one row. So we have the 8 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 0 the Fool, 10 of Cups. Now let's take them one by one and analyze the energy here. So I'm holding here the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Swords. Now I see a lot of fire, a lot of pressure. We have here a person who is bonded. Okay, he cannot see clear. He's also blindfolded. We have this very sturdy bowl here in the background sitting very close to the fire. Okay, so what I understand is that you start off every season with a bit of stress, with a bit of cabin fever, maybe with a lot of restrictions, a lot of mental chatter, okay, a lot of thoughts going back and forth, but somehow going in a circle, okay, because 8 is what? Repetition, okay. It doesn't surprise me to see the 8 of Swords, and I don't think you are either, to see this type of energy given the pandemic that we have worldwide. So all activity is somehow brought to a halt, and we're experiencing this type of energy where we're constricted from our normal way of life. Okay, given that you can't interact with others at the same time, I feel Leos, you somehow, when you're not able to shine your light, it affects you somehow, because you have so much love to give, so much good energy, good vibes. You have a lot to give, and I think normally you generate this energy on your own, and whenever you cannot show it or share it with others, I feel almost like you get bottled up inside. It's like all that fire consumes you from the inside, and I'm actually feeling a lot of pressure in my forehead and on the sides of my eyes. So it's like, maybe for some of you, you're in a situation which in your head has somehow no end. Okay, you're going back and forth about it. It seems like there's no solution, but a solution must be found, and evidently you would have a Leo there to save the day, and this is you, Leo. So I respect you for the pressure that you feel, but I think it's somehow affecting you. And try to keep, I don't know, your health under check, okay? So if you feel pressure in the head or in your chest, or you feel it's hard to breathe, take a moment and I don't know, just look around simple objects around you, okay? So I don't know, you notice a glass, you notice a vase, you notice, I don't know, yellow curtains, okay? So just try to breathe, okay, when the pressure builds up, okay? Eight of Swords also talks about mental restraint, okay? Some of you, I think all of us, okay, so not some of you, all of us are constricted in this period. Maybe you had high hopes for a project to get off the ground. Maybe you wanted to see something through. I don't know how your job situation is, but maybe that is the domain where you're experiencing this stress, because a lot of employees, a lot of companies are experiencing this restraint right now. So take into account new curfews, take into account reduced numbers of hours, while also keeping, you know, the usual tight schedules, high quality, you know, the things that you're famous for giving, okay? This will still be expected of you. So moving on from the situation where it seems like there will be no end, I see you after having this stagnation here, because it's some sort of a stagnation. There's no movement in the Eight of Swords. I see you going to work, okay? So here we have the Three of Wands. Now the Three of Wands, three in particular, pertains to the minimum number of elements that you need to express or start or conceive something, okay? Normally you would have the two, okay? We know the theme of black and white, male, female, but three is the actual structure, okay? For example, you cannot express the simplest geometric form would be, I don't know, a triangle, okay? So think about it like this. Everything is working nowadays on bare minimum, okay? So what is the bare minimum number of employees to keep this facility going, for example? Or what is the minimum number of elements that we need to start this action? So I see you working with the bare minimum of elements, but actually going into action. So here we see you doing something, okay? This card may also talk about the fact that given all the restrictions, you will be somehow limited in your actions. Maybe you want to do, like, I don't know, you're Leo, so you can take a lot. Let's say you want to go to work, but in a 10 of Wands type of manner, okay? So that would be full steam forward. But now you're limited here, and you can only act in this Three of Wands way, okay? So we had the mental chatter about a certain subject that is very near and dear to you. You can easily identify this thing that keeps you stuck in a way. Then you go to act on it, and then here with the Two of Wands comes another stagnation moment. Okay, where before we had the Three of Wands and now we have the Two of Wands. So 3-2, we're kind of going backwards. Okay, so you've started you started on a course of action, and after you start this, you come to a halt, or you bring yourself to a halt. You bring yourself in a way, it's like you're transporting yourself in time, going back to this crossroads moments with the Two of Wands here, where maybe you have chosen this path. So you're bringing yourself back in that position, okay, where you needed to make a choice. So maybe you sacrificed something in the past and now you're bringing it up again. Maybe it's another alternative. Maybe it's another situation. Something that at the start of every season, let's say at the end of March, you thought that it's not available to you anymore. But here with the Two of Wands, here it comes back. So this is like the Two of Wands, I see it as a portal, okay? Once you choose a path, you go with it. And I don't think you're being forced. You see, Leo, I see it a bit strange because it's like you're summoning up here another possibility, another course of action. And it's not so much the fact that you're bringing yourself back to these two action paths, but more than that, you understand that if you want to choose one of them for real and for good this time, you need to sacrifice the other. So in the Five of Cups here that comes along after the Two of Wands, here I think the sacrifice is being made. As you can see, this person is clothed here, wearing a lot of black. We have three spilled cups here on the ground with a small goldfish. So this would be a wish. Okay, this is why I associate them with wishes. Okay, so. You have to give up some dreams of yours. You have to sacrifice some things. I usually see the Five of Cards of having this energy of going back in time, like a mental exercise or a meditation, okay? So you go back in time and you relive these situations that maybe pop up in your head and don't give you any sort of peace of quiet, and you start sacrificing them after you understand why those things have happened, and you have taken all that you can from them as experience. Then you need to put it to rest. And for you, Leos, I think a purge would be would be more descriptive of your internal process. But here we see it under the form of cups. So there are some bonds with some people, okay? When I see this wine here, I also associated with blood. So it's probably that you need to sever some ties, okay? And I feel it's strongly connected to the past, because normally the Two of Wands I don't associate it with the past, but I felt this energy here coming after the Three of Wands when you summoned a possibility from your background. And these people here are are somewhat back to back. It's like you almost don't want to be aware of the fact that you need to make some sacrifices. And it kind of fits with this period if you think about it, because you cannot just go around seeing people or visiting whoever. You really need to choose those who are most important to you in this period, okay? So yes, I guess you will need to sacrifice a few things, but it's okay, because in this year we will learn a lot about minimalism, about I don't know, sacrificing some comforts that we have that we normally shouldn't ever had, but as you know, we as humans like comfort, okay? But a lot of comfort also makes us weak. So maybe this year, we as a humanity, we will learn to sacrifice some unnecessary things. But for you, Leo, in particular, I see bonds with other people, okay? And while this person is not even looking at the viewer, okay, he's actually focused here on these three spilled cups and looking at the two cups here that he's holding. Will he sacrifice these also? We don't know, but this person is looking here towards the sacrificial ritual. And afterwards you have the Knight of Pentacles coming here right after. Now the Knight of Pentacles talks about an earth energy, okay? So this is a very stable earth energy, and this is also a knight, so he is on a mission. And he's the slowest moving of the knights. He's the more one of the two more feminine knights, let's say, because the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are more subdued energy than, let's say, fire and air, okay? So the Knight of Pentacles here is a very determined energy. I think it is a person. It may be you or another person in your life. You just need to figure out who is the stable energy with a mission in mind, okay? Now you see the Knight of Pentacles is somewhat drawn back to the past, okay? He's facing the left side here. So it's sort of a Taurus theme, okay? Because Knight of Pentacles may talk about let's say Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or any person who manifests this type of energy. But when I see here the Knight of Pentacles, I'm feeling like this Taurus energy where Taurus is usually melancholic about the past, okay? Like Tauruses are refined people who like to wine and dine and be melancholic about the past in a way. So here the Knight of Pentacles, this person is facing like with his whole body towards this sacrificial ritual right here, okay? But he, at the same time, if you can see here, this person is almost looking towards the viewer, okay? So he's present here at the sacrifice, but he's kind of, I don't know, I feel like he's checking to see if you wins or what's your general reaction to the sacrifice. This may be you, Leo, being very sure of yourself, being very grounded and guarded maybe, but having no sort of remorse for the others, because now it's a time of sacrifice, okay? So we must be sturdy. Another thing that I feel here between these two, you see the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, as I said, and he's slow moving because he also carries like a heavy load with him, like a very valuable thing is in his possession. Okay, so this is why I sort of feel for some of you, you will have this theme of money and gold. Money and gold. Well, I hope none of you are involved in illegal activities, but I sort of feel this theme here. Or I hope none of you are quarreling with, I don't know, family members or significant other over gold or, I don't know, possessions, money, and things of the sort. There's no quarrel here, but I see you as being somehow empowered. It's like you're cutting out some bad energy from your past. Okay, you're leaving this this idea that you had at the end of March coming into April, sacrificing these emotional bonds to a project, and here I feel that you are now well equipped and very sure of your mission moving forward. And when you make this sort of cleaning inside your aura, inside your mind, inside your psyche, your being, okay, I don't know, maybe some of you are doing some detox in this period, it would be amazing. But once you get rid of the gunk, okay, once you get over, let's say, maybe a disease, maybe a problem, you feel empowered, okay, you feel very valuable. You feel very aware of, I don't know, how valuable your own health is, okay? So, and it's somewhat funny here that after the Knight of Pentacles here with, after being, it's funny because it's on a squirrel. After being equipped with like transportation, a flag, armor, heavy shield, okay, after we get so empowered, we're very sure of our grounding, okay, afterwards we can travel very lightly, and maybe our weapon actually becomes, I don't know, some sort of utility tool, but it doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that there's no violence somehow in the Fool card. Okay, so we have 0 of the Fool after the Knight of Pentacles. And here, if you look, it's like one person is here with this blood gold ritual, okay, and another one is walking away here. So, but I feel only you, Leos. I think in the month of Aries it's all about you here. So it may be another person just walking away from this whatever it is that you're doing, or it's you walking away from Knight of Pentacles type of person in your life. But I feel it's you. After sacrificing this, you can now be very lightweight, very new, born afresh, okay, like an Aries, just like an Aries, okay. So this is the start of the year. This is the real start of the year. I'm not talking about 1st of January when we just celebrate in the middle of the winter, so people won't go depressed or mad or crazy because winter months are very hard. First day of the year is actually 21st of March, when we have the new moon in Aries. Okay, so Aries is the little child. Aries is the first one. That is when we have the spring equinox. That these are the first days of the year. This is when life is born afresh. So I see you being born afresh in a way after going through all of this. Okay, here you are, afresh, very lightweight, with an open soul, ready to experience life again. It's like almost like a little child. Okay, and I feel that the divine somehow feels to repay you, because when you give up your sword, those bad energies trying to make things work when they don't, and just being this lightweight and open, then the divine can step in and bring you the Ten of Cups type of situation. So I see this type of celebration, okay, where you're going to with very high hopes, very high expectation, and actually turns out to be beautiful. These are the closest people to your heart coming together. These are people in a team that work well together, so you have a lot of love. It's like you can put the end here and it would be a great story to tell. So I'm actually quite impressed with your development in this period, Leo. I hope this has helped you in any way to identify things in your life and to get a new perspective. Check in with us soon enough. We will put out the tourist season videos. Thank you, Leo. If you want to buy us coffee, you have our PayPal down in the description. So thank you for everything. Take care. See you next time.